Hey everyone, I just installed the heat shield on my Lexus IS300 and I noticed, hey, I better get to these connectors. Let's start fixing them. So I worked with some suppliers and I figured out a way to get these OEM connectors for a lot cheaper than the dealer for you guys. And it'll be something I'll be selling on my website. And I want to make a series of videos on how to repair various connectors. It's not too hard. I've done it on my other car, so I can show you how I'm going to do it on this one. Sometimes they're completely obliterated. This one is still holding up, but I did tape it together because the little thing that clicks it, unfortunately, is broken. So for this connector, we'll be talking about the one that goes to the servo motor from the engine harness, which is this guy here. The identifier for this one is 10942. And on your website, if you do get a connector kit, this is how it'll look. It even comes with the terminals and the weather dust boots. And let's get into fixing this guy. So in my case, I got to pull off this engine harness tape here, so I'm gonna do that. So you can see on mine, this thing just kind of slides right off because the little clicker on it is broken, which is right here, and you can see on the OEM one, the little tab's still there. So let's show how to service this. This is gonna be a really common fix for a lot of people. This is gonna break for everybody, and I'll show you how you disassemble it properly and improperly. So first things first, you want to identify where the wires are on the connector. So I made this little picture here, so you could take a snapshot of this. Basically, you have your pin positions, 1 through 4. This is facing up right here, which is going to be the top of the connector right there, as if you look at it. Here's a little better image. So here's how I'd be looking at it. So up would be where the little toggle switch is on this piece of paper. And then I also labeled the color. So we have red. Red/white means red with a white stripe. You have yellow for position 4 and white for position 2. So that's one way you could keep track of that. So first things first, since now we got track of that, we got to take this retainer out, which is this white piece here. So you simply just pull it out with some pliers. And there you go. As you can see, I've already have pieces falling out. It shows you how brittle this thing is and how it's barely holding on. Yeah, pretty bad. So in the case of normally how you depin these, what you have to do is have a pick, something like this. And sometimes like those watch screwdriver sets would work. Those like with those really small flatheads that come with them. But this is an actual like pick for electronic connectors. And what you got to do is see these are female connectors here, or female sockets. You got to go ahead and stick down into the socket there, push the tab down, and then you'll be able to release the wire from the connector. There you go, just like that. So that's the white one out, for example. And what you could do is also, while you pull these out, go ahead and take your new connector and just replace it into the terminal that it came out of. That's another way to keep track of this and make it easier. You hear it click right in there. So I'm just gonna do that for the rest of them and continue. Alrighty, I went ahead and just swapped them all out. Now, I want to just go ahead and recheck my diagram here. Make sure we have the matching, sorry, let me get that in camera. Make sure we have the matching wire pin out. So we have red in position 1, good, white position 2, good, yellow position 4, good, and red, white position 3. Very good. So we're done. So last thing we need to do here is just take the white retainer and push it down. And now that locks the terminals into the connector. And you can go ahead and just plug it in.